Today, let's talk about a scumbag's scam tactics for money and sex. Lick Bran and Rice Bureau. To what extent can this game be scumbagged? The scumbag used this game to cheat money and sex. Throw the other person away. The other person still believes that he loves him. Same. This situation has always been ubiquitous throughout history. The origin of this game, it comes from the American campaign, a viewpoint from the Enlightenment book. If you want to win the votes of a certain voter, the best way is not to promise him something. Eating the other person's food, drink his, using his things, sleeping on his sofa at home, because how could you possibly vote against someone sleeping on your sofa? This is the origin of the Licking Bran and Rice Bureau. Actually, the underlying logic of this game is not difficult to understand. If you were a boy, you are pursuing a girl, you have already spent 100,000 yuan on her, and in this process, would you give up easily? Similarly, the opposite is true. If you're a girl, there are two boys, A or B, simultaneously pursuing you. You need to reject one of the boys among them. A boy, you have never paid anything for him before. He has always been dedicated to you. And what about B? But you have been giving for him all along. In this situation, I believe most girls would refuse A, because A is what everyone calls a good person. And what about B? Just what everyone is talking about as scumbags. So this is human nature. The more you give to someone, the more weight he carries in your heart. Same. From a positive perspective of this nature, it is human nature. Looking at it in reverse, it's human weakness. And the people who do the game, it is to use this nature as a weakness to strategize. I have encountered situations like this before, and it was one of my friends who set up a game for me. If it weren't for another friend reminding me, I may have been in the dark all along. In the end, although I saw through this situation, but I didn't choose to break the game. Instead, willingly entered this game. Why is this? The situation at that time was like this. I once attended a dinner party organized by friends. I just met a new friend at a dinner party. This friend is my friend's friend. We exchange contact information between the two of us. Actually, for me, there are many friends who meet by chance. Polite exchange of contact information. There won't be any connection afterwards. And this new friend I met, he suddenly called me within 2 days. Tell me about the specialties of my hometown. He wants to buy some as a gift. After all, it's a specialty of my hometown. I understand better. Wanted me to help buy it. This kind of thing is a piece of cake for me, so I helped him buy it. And in this process, when he came to my company to pick up things, it was our second time meeting. After drinking tea for a while and chatting for a while, the day ended like this. And about a week later, he called me again. He said he has a relative, graduated from a certain school, looking for a job of a certain kind. The meaning is to ask if I have any connection in this regard. May I ask if you can do me a favor? And then this matter. At that time, I didn't agree to him, because I have never done such a thing before. I don't know if it can be done either, but I do know a friend like this. Maybe it can be done. Hence, I hung up the phone and called my other friend. I told my friend about the situation, and during the call, my friend asked me, who is he? This kind of thing. We can't do it unless we're our own people. And after my friend finished speaking, I instinctively replied, they are all good friends. I've known each other for a long time. A particularly good brother. Hence, after my friend heard what I said, he agreed on the spot on the phone. After we finished talking about the specific things, just hang up the phone. And after hanging up the phone, in a sudden moment, there is a clear feeling. We've known each other for less than 10 days now. How could he become my good friend so quickly? Then I thought about it. I also had friends who I had known for many years before. I have been consulted on the same matter. I feel it's too troublesome. I didn't even help him consult. And I only knew this person for 10 days. I instinctively wanted to help him get this done. What exactly is going on here? The feeling of waking up in that moment was unbelievable. Is it that I have changed? Or is this person too magical? So for someone like me who likes to pursue knowing the truth, and the reason behind everything, I started researching what was going on until later. I read a lot of information. I only then realized that he was using the underlying logic of licking the bran and the rice bureau. The underlying logic of this game is in interpersonal communication. You can trouble the other person with a little small matter, as long as you have confidence, step by step. On the contrary, the other party won't hate you. The more things the other party helps you with, the greater the weight you have in the other person's heart. The more trust one has, the more willing I am to give you more. Therefore, let me conclude by summarizing. Be good to others and persist, because this is our kindness, and to make others treat us well. We also need to do it, because this is not just a survival strategy, but rather for the sake of improving interpersonal relationships. This channel will use real stories to analyze the underlying logic of making money. Thank you for your subscription.